Hey everybody, welcome back. It's good to see you. In this video, we are talking 6-speed swap, and we're going to be going over some of the parts that I'm going to be using for my personal swap from ECS Tuning. So stick around. On the bench today, we have a bunch of goodies from ECS Tuning. They partnered up with me for this build, I guess, the swap. They partnered up with me, sent over some of their goodies. So we've got the clutch kit with Flywheel for their FSI engine. This is their stage 2 clutch kit. It does come with a factory VW slave cylinder throwout bearing, nice lightweight single mass flywheel, pressure plate, clutch disc. We also are going to be doing some other stuff while we're in there. This is their subframe locking kit. Since we're going to have the transmission out and have plenty of room down there to mess around, we're going to put the subframe locking kit in. This does have the aluminum subframe, which they do tend to shift and clunk a little bit over time. So that locking kit's going to lock it into place and keep that from happening. Also, these bad boys right here, some Monoball lower control arm bushings. It's a spherical bearing. It's really going to tighten up the front suspension. I do currently have the B6 Passat aluminum lower control arms that have the ECS poly bushings on them, but that rear lower bushing is going to get swapped out for that spherical piece, and it's going to be a good complement to some other things that are going to be going in during the swap. Really going to be a nice suspension add-on, really tighten it up. So just a little info on the clutch kit flywheel setup that I'm going to be using. It is an 18.95 pound forged steel lightweight single mass flywheel, and then it is a stage 2 performance clutch kit from ECS, and it's rated at 400 foot-pounds of crank torque. So definitely capable of holding the naturally aspirated stage 2 power levels that I'm throwing at it. If I do boost it down the road, should be more than adequate, especially on lower boost levels, to handle that power. So gonna be a really good kit. It is for the FSI vehicles, so you need to make sure it is for the FSI, not the TSI. Different bolt pattern on the crankshaft. So you need the FSI, which is the 6 bolt that matches up to the 07K. So the 5 cylinders have the same 6 bolt as the FSI did. Definitely keep that in mind, but this is the clutch kit I went with. Should be more than adequate and should have a really good daily drivable street feel, as well as, you know, being able to hold the extra power and have that good clamping force that we want. So we can't forget this guy here, the ECS clutch bleeder block. Nice metal piece, and it's going to make the clutch engagement feel a lot better. There's no restrictions on the fluid in this one, so nothing to soften the dampening feel or anything like that from the factory piece. So this is going to be a really nice add-on. Plus, it's a nice metal unit for bleeding the clutch and everything. So that is going to be a much welcomed unit to the swap. You will need a bleeder block to mount up to your slave cylinder if you're doing the swap. So you're going to have to pick one up anyway. You might as well upgrade it to the ECS one and get better engagement feel and just more performance, sportier feel of the clutch. And we can't forget, what kind of swap would it be without adding a magnetic drain plug. So we got the ECS magnetic drain plug for the O2Q 6-speed transmission. That'll be a nice addition, especially since we're putting a used transmission into it. So we can definitely keep an eye on any metal particles that are floating around in that transmission and keep an eye on how healthy the system is. So I did pick up this Schwab subframe bushing removal tool, which is really neat because you can do your subframe bushings without even taking the subframe out of the car. So definitely going to be showing you guys how that's done and how easy it is to do. Little pricey tool, but well worth it. Definitely subscribe. Got a lot more videos coming on the O2Q swap, the 6-speed swap. Going to be going through a whole array of videos like this one, where I'm talking about the parts that I'm using, kind of breaking it up by brand. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you've got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down in the description below, or the comment section rather. I will leave links to all these parts in the description below. We got to keep those separated, comments, description. So leave your comments in the comment section. Really your only option. Anyways, that's about it for this one. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me